Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today we're looking into Good Friday. We've got this reflection piece, Good Friday, Sacrifice and Hope, to sort of guide us.
A really insightful piece, I thought.
Yeah, definitely. The plan is to really understand, its history, what it means, and maybe what to expect for its observance this coming year, 2025. Trying to keep it focused.
Sounds good. It helps clarify why it remains such a profound day for Christians globally.
Okay, so let's jump in. The piece starts with the history, the crucifixion of Jesus.
Yeah.
That's pretty central, obviously.
Absolutely central. The reflection mentions the key events, Judas's betrayal, the arrest, that trial before Pilate,
Right.
and then the crucifixion itself on Golgotha between two criminals. It lays out that narrative foundation.
And it stresses the theology behind it, this idea of the ultimate act of love, of sacrifice for redemption, as Christians see it.
Exactly. That's the core theological interpretation. This sacrifice is viewed as fundamentally redemptive, a path to reconciliation. And, the name itself, Good Friday. The piece notes it likely derives from an older meaning of good as holy.
Oh, right. Holy Friday. That makes a certain kind of sense, doesn't it?
It does shift the feeling slightly away from just negativity.
So, moving beyond the historical origins, what about the significance today, the traditions?
Well, the reflection really underscores it as a day of, deep mourning and solemnity across the Christian world.
Mm-hmm.
You see that reflected in specific church services, scripture readings, certain hymns, and periods of silent prayer or reflection.
And it mentions the Stations of the Cross.
Mm-hmm.
Could you elaborate a bit on that? What is that exactly?
Sure. It's essentially a devotional walk retracing Jesus's final journey.
Sure.
From being sentenced
Okay.
to being placed in the tomb. It's a way to meditatively engage with those events. Very physical, very sensory sometimes.
I see. The reflection also brings up fasting and acts of charity.
Yes, and those connect directly back to the themes of sacrifice and compassion.
Right. Mirroring the sacrifice.
Exactly. They're tangible ways believers can participate in the spirit of the day, reflecting on Jesus' actions and, embodying that compassion.
Okay. So, thinking about Good Friday 2025. The reflection speculates a bit. Themes of reconciliation and hope, that feels timely.
Very timely. It's striking how these ancient concepts, reconciliation and hope, feel so relevant in, today's global context.
Yeah.
The reflection suggests we might continue to see churches adapting, maybe more virtual gatherings alongside in-person ones, or new kinds of community outreach.
Modern ways to connect with these enduring messages.
Precisely. Finding contemporary expressions for these deep-seated themes.
It also mentions processions or even reenactments still happening in some places.
Yes, those offer a very different kind of experience, more visceral perhaps, a powerful, often communal way to engage with the story.
So the reflection seems to pull it all together by saying Good Friday isn't just about sorrow. There's also profound gratitude and hope mixed in.
That's a key point it makes. It frames the suffering within a larger narrative of transformative love and the ultimate promise of new beginnings. Easter is coming, after all.
Right, sorrow isn't the final word.
Exactly. There's this inherent potential for redemption and renewal, even in the face of immense suffering. That transformative element is crucial.
So for you, that idea of transformative love, the promise of something new, that's the core takeaway from the piece regarding Good Friday's meaning.
I think so, yes. It highlights how an event rooted in history continues to speak, offering a message about hope, overcoming despair, about renewal.
Okay, well, wrapping up this deep dive, guided by that reflection, the themes of sacrifice and hope definitely resonate. Hopefully this gives a clear sense of its background meaning and maybe what to look for in 2025.
Absolutely. And perhaps it leaves us and our listeners with a thought. How might these ideas of reconciliation, of finding new beginnings even after difficult times, how might those resonate in our own lives beyond just this one day? Something to ponder.